Welcome back to Breaking Borderlands. We're continuing our adventure here on Necrotafeo in the Tanzandir ruins. I think I'm saying that right, but I have no idea. Do I have... I'm probably not going to use that anytime soon. Most of this actually can be gotten rid of. Yeah, I've outgrown you. I'm sorry. And again, you're probably going to outgrow a lot of good stuff. I'm using the other one. That the level doesn't matter. Because you'll get the special effect regardless. It's just the 3 at the bottom will roll higher if you have a higher level artifact. Alright, so now moving on. And again, I'm to be speedrunning this a bit.
You there? How are your last reps going?
And so it's going to be a mixture. There's guardians, there's some wildlife.
Typhon, how did you even find Necrotafeo? Yeah, Maya always said it was just a story.
Ha! So did everyone, except my wife Lena. She figured it out. After we got married on Pandora, we left to find Necrotafeo for our honeymoon. Well, we ended up crash landing. See, I put the ship on autopilot while we got busy. That's on me.
Now, in a previous video I had made mention of a duo of elites that we were gonna farm. Well, not farm, but it's a good farming target. I was mistaken thinking they were in the previous area, but they are here. And I will point them out to you eventually. Now, most of the side quests here, you'll end up coming back. Because you'll be doing jobs for Sparrow and Grouse. So, now I am passing by chests and a bunch of encounters and whatnot, but that's because we are going to be going off the beaten path, taking a detour. But, again, this is for the shield that we are currently wearing. That gives us an aura of radiation and makes us immune to radiation damage. Which can be mixed with some of the biggest booms you can get out of rocket launchers, like the Jericho. Always comes in radiation, really big explosion that you can get caught in a lot. Build from a dedicated drop, make sure you get to this spawn point. And yes, you're going to have to run this every time. It is a headache. So I'm going to throw out some distraction. Oh, come on. And you're trying to get past this wall, which there's an open side over there, but if you're good at platforming, like I am not, you can make it over the wall or mantle the wall. And now we're going to run all the way back to the end here. There's a red chest, so it can be worth it, especially if you have your Schluter artifact, which eventually we will be acquiring one of those. So now... And there are a bunch of enemies that will spawn between. I'm just speedrunning past them. We can take them out on the way back. And there is a sometimes that will spawn, but the red chest is always here. And so are these two. And again, don't bother using radiation on them. But one of them will drop the shield, and another one will drop a very nice COV pistol known as the Pestilence. Yeah, you can see that didn't do anything. It's barely doing nothing to him, but hey, they got generous. But that's another reason I say that they're a good farm target, because there's 2 of them. So there's a chance for more. Now, what did we get? The Pestilence. Aha! This is the pistol I was speaking of. Always comes in radiation. And there we go. A better red suit. And it has the meleeed. And some fire rate. So, I prefer having that set up because if I'm already close enough to have the radiation aura be doing damage, they're probably going to melee me. And I just want them to have more thorn damage returned. So, I'm probably outgrowing you, sir. I'm sorry. But no, that was incredibly lucky. Thank you, Lady Fortuna. So now... Go ahead and see if there's anything else good. Yeah, of course not. Pretty sure that my loot find just reset because they both dropped something. That looks pretty. That is pretty. If you like a one-shotter. But yeah, so chance for legendaries, and again, if you want it to be part of a setup, you're going for a radiation build, it is splash damage and it makes splash damage bigger, so it's always good. Yeah, buddy. It's always good to have that, you know, resistance to it, because you saw that explosion went off, I took a little bit of damage. Hey, could you pay attention to this for me? Thanks. So, as protection for that, you're definitely going to want to have your red suit. Now, mind you, the pestilence does damage to you as you fire it. I don't know if you're catching that. At least I think it is that, or they were really messing me up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure when it overheats, it starts doing damage to the wielder. No, that's a different gun altogether. Oh, yep, there it is. Whenever it breaks, it explodes in radiation. That was it. But just like a lot of COV pistols, you gotta be careful because this thing chews through your reserves. But the thing with this is it spreads that radiation damage. Not to mention, I was standing next to them, so the only thing that could make it better is if my artifact was a atom bomb, which will make that all stronger. But now we're gonna actually go where we're supposed to. Again, if you want to take anybody out along the way, feel free, but this is the room we have to clear. Alright, so let's pack some putts. Whatever that means. I don't know what he was talking about. Now, another cool thing to do with this setup is if you change the skills around just a bit, you'll be able to take out a little bit of the damage that you do when you activate your action skill. But keep the red fang so that your pet will taunt while it's active in Gamma Burst. And then give your pet a copy of your shield. So give them the red suit. So now, while he's in Gamma Burst, he already has a constant aura from the shield. Then we'll have boosted aura while Gamma Burst is active. It's just an idea. Again, anything that you think could possibly work out. It is very cheap and effective to respec your skills, throw around some equipment, see how it all works for you. And dropped us something special too. I can't remember because they did a whole reworking on loot pools. Preston didn't even have a respawn, let alone a drop, if I remember correctly, so I'm not entirely sure what he can drop. I think it's the Scorpio. So the crystal's what we need, and he gave me a bounty hunter. Not bad grenade stuff. So compared to what we had, that shield stuff is better. And that gave us more frenzy, but you're actually going to want more when it comes to a bounty hunter, at least for the build that I'm going to be going. You want as much as you can get into Hunter's Eye, just because I'm not putting any skill points in it. And when the bounty hunter is equipped, all these bonuses are applied to a boss. So it's just extra bossing damage. So I'm going to hold on to that one. You have served me well, friend. I shall use your money wisely. Alright, now I'm going to put this crystal back. Come on, let me put it in there. And there should be a platform.
Right. You gotta align the statues. Looks like
Oh, come on.
some sort of device to turn them.
It's like I heard platform and lost all sense of balance. So now once everything gets turned, you can ride the elevator up. Now, there's a ledge right here, and there's a chest on that ledge. But if you're trying to get it while the elevator's going up, you can get smashed. So ride it back down if you're going to try and go for it. But it's a regular chest, so You might as well just leave it hidden, honestly. But you can see it, and it can be done. You can jump from here, but
We made it on the elevator.
squish. Very easy to get squished.
So, you made it to Necrotafeo. Slow clap, cause you're slow. Always playing catch up, aren't ya?
Alright, and there's a vendor here in case you need health or ammo.
Just up ahead. Vault Hunter. The
You can always check to... Ooh, what you got? Naginata. Not one of my favorites. Longbow grenades from Hyperion are cool, but this one, you'll throw it, it'll split into 6 or 7, and then they'll go flying. Super high powerful if you're doing a grenadier build, but I'm terrible with the aim and have a bad habit because they'll float in front of you as they split into the Merv before they go flying, and you can walk into them and set them off. So, not one of my favorites. Not going to bother. Just gonna take my ammo and move about my way. Now, chests can spawn in these side rooms, but it's a rarity for me. I've just got tired of checking. So, again, I'm speed running past.
Rip them to shreds.
And now again, if you followed my advice in what bosses to farm at what time, I'm the level I need to be. We don't really need any more experience to be comfortable in defeating the rest of this game. But again, feel free to murder anything you want. You know, it's just experience gained. But I save it right now for the areas where the fight has to happen, i.e. right now. You know, you gotta take the enemy out to move forward. Oh, come off it. Oh yeah. And one more.
The power of the beast.
Okay.
Think I just leave the key lying around? I hit it. There's a
Alright,
weird-looking radio
so
device over there. Activate
wait
it.
for him to give you the prompt
We'll have our talk.
and activate the device. And now he's gonna walk over here to
Hate those things.
this hidden wall or fake wall.
Later, beat that vault monster together.
So just go ahead and wait for him and let him explain. If you want,
Not for now.
you can actually loot the room.
We should discuss Troy.
Yeah, listen. I know what's been going on out there. Troy and Tyrene, my kids, well,
Sometimes there's a chest that'll
monsters.
spawn up here.
You're a Vault Hunter. You kill monsters. Simple as that. Look, I'm not saying I'm glad my boy's dead, but at least he can't hurt people no more.
Typhon, why
And
didn't
chest back here as well.
I wanted to, and I should have.
Hombre.
How my kids ended up, that's on me. I might have doomed the whole universe, but I can't let that be how my story ends.
Alright. So now through the fake wall.
I was so scared I'd lose them too. What kept me?
Excuse me.
They kept staring up at the sky, full of stars they'd never reach. To me, this planet was enough. The reward at the end of my hunt. To them, it was just a cage.
Now if you want a little backstory into the twins, there's a log back here, but nothing special. Alright, so now
The key, it's with her. She watches over it.
does she?
Not in her grave, Vault Hunter.
Oh.
The headstone. Yeah.
Sorry.
I could have been clearer.
Yeah, that would have helped. Jeez. I almost just defiled a grave, bro. That's messed up. Alright, then grab yourself the key.
Take the key. When me and Leda first saw Troy and Tyrene's tattoos, we knew we had to protect them. Sirens! The rarest thing in the universe. And there were 2 of them that didn't work out so well. I might have been a first-rate adventurer, but I was a third-rate pops.
Whew.
Don't raise your kids right. What kind of hero are you?
My apologies if I didn't turn my mic off in time. I had a bit of a sneezing fit.
We got one shot. I gotta
Alright, so now we can head into the vault. With an uncharged key, mind you, but the vault was already opened, I guess. I don't know.
So, me and Leda, we sort of already looted the place. But I got something for you. Okay, go on. Get your reward.
Now, you notice that these are always full of ammo. These two are very special
Just joshing you. Here.
because they will be full of iridium, but it is only related to this mission. So, now he's going to give us the gun, which he had received from
I need all the firepower.
this vault in the first place.
You check in with your people. I'll head to the machine. And hey, from one vault hunter to another, thanks. I just hope we still have time to fix things.
In order to
Alright, so now that the mission is over, you have the gun, which works at any level. It doesn't even take up an item slot. You can see my backpack has 2 in it, and there's 3 items. So, now, at this point in time, you have a standard fire, which I think takes 100 iridium? Oh no, 10. But you'll never get anything better than a purple, and you'll be lucky to get one of those. Or you can spend 250, which I don't suggest right now, but for demonstration purposes, I will. And you have a chance to get between 1 and 3 legendaries. Now, that also includes any weapon with a red text. But they gave us a long musket. So, if you like being up close and personal, the flamethrower's for you. Oh, and it also will run after people. So, there's that. Anywho, moving on. It's SMG, actually, so... You have been swell. I don't actually like the long musket, personally, but it is devastating. I have fire damage, though. And you're only 5 levels behind. Never mind. 5 levels behind is a bit much. So, back to Sanctuary. Now, literally, this was pointless, this travel, to me, anyway, because we're literally coming back here to charge the vault key, and then go back down to the machine with Tannis, mind you, to get into the machine and hopefully close Pandora back up before the destroyer is released. That's the idea. My thing is, why didn't they just come down to the surface of the planet? Me and Typhon are already here with the key, and you had to come down anyhow. It's for storyline purposes, spacing and loading. I get it from an engineering, programming standpoint, designer and director standpoint, whatever. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure that this was just a padding mission. Or at least part of the mission padding. Now, we are very close to the end of the mainline story game. Main game storyline. Wow. Pardon my dyslexia. So now I just head to Tannis' lab. Yeah, Balex is a natural hunter. We found you in the stomach of a predator, by the way.
Hunter, did you bring me that lock of Typhon's hair?
Yeah, no.
Timing, end of the universe and all.
I didn't bring you squat. I mean... Alright, so now they charge the key.
Would you like to join me? How does it work? It's a feeling. Here. Oh, gross. I always thought Ty pickles.
Alright, so then take the key.
All yours.
I'm just gonna grab anything that could possibly be in the vending machines.
Not like blow up the whole universe. The machine has already worked.
Uh-huh, see? This is why it pays to, check. Now, mind you, sadly not a mayhem weapon, because it is one of my favorites, and will drop from General Trant. Alright, what shotgun am I wielding right now? Ouch. Alright, well, we're doing it. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Now, this is a very specialized shotgun, I will tell you that now. And when I say that, I do mean very specialized. Because on a single target, it is going to be minimal damage. Yeah. But that slug, which you can snipe across the room with, when enemies are standing close together, will ricochet back and forth between targets, picking up speed and damage as it does. So, it's one of the ones with a faster reload. So now let's return to Necrotafeo. But yeah, I before there was a bunch of balancing and whatnot in the game, I had a recursion build. It was fantastic. And don't get me wrong, with the correct setup, you can make it still do fantastical mobbing damage. But this thing used to murder bosses just because the damage application from ricocheting off of another target was uber OP. Like, it needed a nerf, but not as bad as it was nerfed, in my opinion. Still, for the purposes of right now and the level that we're on, it should massacre. It's just, you have to build around the gun itself if you want it to work on Mayhem. And again, still won't give you any kind of bossing prowess. So, at least not to my knowledge. There's probably someone out there who's done something crazy with it. But I'm not that guy. Alright, now we're back to Desolation's Edge. Go ahead and see if Lady Luck is being kind to you today. She seems to be rather nice to me at the moment. So yeah, we're literally just going to be heading to another map. I apologize for all the loading screen. Not my fault. I didn't make the game. I'm just breaking it. Alright, so now we head to the next spot.
Ah, I see. Now those connections between the vaults make sense. The vaults on Prometheus.
So this is sadly going to probably be quite a long video. Just because I want to get through this. I want to get through the final boss. I want to get through the rewards you get when you get back to Sanctuary. And then I want to explain our setup for Mayhem mode before we go on to our next event, heading towards our breaking point. So please accept my preemptive apology for the long nature of this one. I will be speedrunning as much as possible.
Meridians never did anything small, did they? So I guess you do need a plant-sized
So.
machine to seal up an entire planet.
Alright, and now we wait.
Hey, you're glowing.
Oh, you're too kind.
No, seriously.
Fascinating. Perhaps Sirens had some hand in constructing this machine.
You know what? You remind me of Leda.
Catch me, Vault Hunter. I swoon. If only I had a decade to study this machine. Its design is mind-gasmingly complex, but I do believe its primary operation to be fairly straightforward. To start, I require the Pandora Vault Key.
Neat little trick if you can get over here fast enough and stand as close to the center as you can get. Yeah, you can get on top of the statue. Look at me, Ma. Alright.
To the other statues, Vault Hunter. Quickly now.
Guardians!
Now, this gun does require you to have a level of accuracy.
Good thing I never told my daughter about this place.
But if you can get close enough to a target, most of the time Ricochet will help it out. But you can see all these targets that just ended up freezing. Yeah. Now, for more damage, technically we could be doing the radiation because they are mostly shields. Oh, come on now. But as you can see, if you just hit a singular target, it doesn't do fantastic damage. It needs that ricochet. But again, if you get a nice crowd going, they won't be there after a while. Now, Typhon's going to take a second to catch up. We're going to put a stack into Frenzy, and we will only need one more into Frenzy, then we'll move on to another tree. Now, I have built this defensively. Now that I have the survivability I need with the Jabber distracting during Gamma Burst, technically we can change up the build, but I'm not going to bother at this point just because we get through this part of the story, we get through part of the first DLC, and then we break the character to max level in quick haste.
This way, Vault Hunter.
So,
Next stop, Eden 6. Paradise
we're just going to go ahead,
does have its charms. Went skinny dipping in a salt
grab a few
I was hairless for a month.
stacks of iridium to make up for what I spent. And again, I encourage you to hold on to all of it, because eventually we will be able to do the gun thing at max level and hopefully get some good drops. Not just max level, but max level mayhem that way. So, no conflict legendaries can be quite useful. Hence how we started this off in DLC 3 for that very reason. Tired of y'all getting in my way. Alright. Now I'm pretty sure we can just get this door open by getting close to it. And there's a checkpoint. Now we have to wait for Typhon, so if you want to clean anybody out, you can. But he should teleport to us if we're far enough ahead of him. Or not.
Let the hunt take you.
Come on, Typhon. Yeah.
Lies within.
Because if we get far enough away, they'll go non-aggressive. Now we just gotta wait for his stubby little legs to catch up. My thing is, you got that laser whip. Why aren't you swinging around like Spider-Man all the time? That's what I'd do. That's me.
This glyph says to reveal the steps. Guess it means use that switch.
So now this will... I missed it. This will bring up these pillars you can step to. Now if you want, there's a red chest back here, but right now I have any luck left after all the drops we've been finding in this day's play. Oh, that was still a whole bunch of purples. Yep, so. And then... Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, platforming's not my strong suit. So now... Just gonna go ahead
This way, come on.
to the next leg. Now again, I'm going to be speeding past here.
Dad? Say hello to my new family.
Come on, Chinook, we're here. We gotta hurry.
Is that... Nope. Now, there are usually some chests around here. There's even an Iridian plaque to get some history. But I'm just gonna run to the back here. Because again, I think it just needs to have Typhon show up near the back. But we might have to go ahead and exterminate everybody. And starting from the back makes little sense. Yeah, if you can get that critical off. Oh, not my fault that somebody put a wall in my way. But one of the major benefits to this gun is if it doesn't kill him, it has a good chance to knock him down.
I can crack you open.
Not to mention, it does automatically aim for a crit spot on the ricochet. So there's that. It just takes a while to charge it up, which doesn't make it the best sniper.
Your weakness is noted.
Yep. So you might as well just take everybody out around here, because Typhon won't move forward without it. Yep, there's a chest here. Oh, does it really?
Take that! And that! And that one!
Brought more bullets!
I died. The family may live.
There we go. Now, 1 second. Huh. Apparently I would have passed it. Okay, so let's continue on.
Holy baloney! Would you look at that?
Yeah, so you just have to take everybody out to get that
Come on!
jet stream to work.
Go on! Give it the key! Like the last one!
And now we'll wait for this one to activate. And that'll give us a jet stream to ride again.
The machine nearly has enough power to seal Pandora. Keep going.
Last one, Vault Hunter. This way. Stay sharp. This way. Come on!
And you just gotta jump into it. And let's go ahead and deal with everybody.
You're not gonna stop me.
Is this double penetrating? Did I not read that correctly? Yeah, it is. Which does make it more of an applicable weapon, but again, you end up shooting two at a time.
What you doing, Starlight?
So,
Destroyer's got that for a reason. It literally eats stars.
Not if I eat it first.
alright. There's a chest over here. And we're just trying to continue on. Now this map is a big old circle, which is useful. But yet another clear everybody out zone. Snipe that.
Do you see me?
But again, even if you miss the first shot, there is a chance the ricochets will go ahead and take everything out. Now, it looks to me like he is stuck. Yeah, he's stuck. So we're here next to a respawn point anyway. Just go ahead and grab a few things. Normally he'll teleport to you if that happens, but it seems that our luck has run out in more ways than one. Now, there is a function in this game, in the designer's cut, I do believe. Maurice the Saurian what in the world? Are you kidding me? Did he still not come to us? That can't be right. And I don't even know if I can go backwards to get him. Like, I don't know if that's an option. Well, that's just ridiculous. There he is. Alright, good. Thank you for teleporting, sir. Are you still stuck? I'm flabbergasted. Are you moving now? Come on, guy. Work with me. Alright. Because he sadly is required to move on.
Guess they mean to use both switches together. Old school classic. Right. End of the world. I'll focus.
Okay. Now, the reason I was bringing up Maurice the Saurian is because he has a black market. And it changes its position where it's at and what it sells weekly. But it will sell legendary equipment. So we're going to come over here and grab these two chests, one of them being a red one. And for the week that I'm playing this in, it should be somewhere here in the Pyre of Stars. I do believe it's in this little gray area. Or I know that it's somewhere in this area. If it's here. It might also only show up on later difficulties, but I'm not sure. I am just running through, hoping Typhon will follow. Because again, things will go docile when I'm not around. Oh, you teleporting. Now, mind you, if I wasn't wearing the red suit, the explosion from fixing that gun more than likely will put me down. So, hence why they're, you know, best farmed together. Alright. Let's go, Typhon. I haven't even used the flamethrower yet. Come on, old man, or I'll barbecue you. I'm kidding. You're actually cool.
The Negra de Feo statue. Oh boy. Once you offer the key, better hold on to your keister.
Alright. Keister is being held. Why am I... Why?
Told ya! All of the connections to the vault are activated. Return to
Alright.
Typhon.
Now, if you come up here, there's a hammerlock hunt
Lilith, you might want to come
that
down
I'm
and
so
see
glad that they fixed. She used to never spawn except for once in a while.
Hold back.
Tannis, is it working? Tannis!
Alright. She dropped us a something. A devoted. Honestly, it's not the best weapon, but it's also not a bad weapon. It has one of the highest magazines for a Malawan weapon, can come in any of the flavors. There's also a chest here. And now you can see that we've pretty much made one big circle. Some more enemies. Oh, come on. Hold still, please. Everybody stay together. I appreciate it. Same with you guys. So there's another chest here. And here we are, back where we started. Now, just to see if it's here, go ahead now that we've got all of our stacks of frenzy, and get yourself extra damage whenever Gamma Burst is active. And then we will start... Actually, probably on the red tree. We'll get more offense out of the red tree. But I'm going to run this way just to see if the black market is here. Not to mention, with us reloading, it reloaded all of the iridium. Not the chests, though. So now... I think it's up and around this corner. And again, it might not be here. You have to be in game for a half hour playing actively for it to show up. So if you found it with one character and you wanted another character to go find it, you have to be playing that other character for at least a half hour. Now, if I remember correctly, it should be in this room if it was going to be showing up. And now there's enemies in this room. How about that? Didn't know that was a thing. Now, it is very easy to look up online where the black market is, hence why I knew that it should be here in the Pyre of Stars. But I want to double check myself real quickly. Oop, sorry. So... Alright. Black market location this week. Nope. I was mistaken. That was last week. So where's this? Oh, wow. How about that? It is actually on Promethea. And there's a couple of good selections this week. But I'll actually cross that bridge when I come to it. So since I've already wasted enough time and I don't want to run back, we're gonna fast travel. Now mind you, the main reason that I've gotten rid of the flamethrower is we're never gonna get close enough to use it on the final boss. And even if we did, it would just be a bad idea. Hello? Is that a Red Queen? Alright, so the Red Queen is an interesting grenade. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase it. Actually, what grenade am I using? I'm gonna hold on to that for a minute. Nothing good here. But let's go ahead and equip ourselves a Red Queen.
Just look at that. Tannis, you alright?
Yes! So much power! And
Now, this video's already gone on long enough, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do the last boss and endgame stuff in the next video. So now, the thing I like about the Red Queen, if you found yourself a Kutzman SMG, it works the same, only in grenade form. So you throw it out, it has a beam. Not the best, but can be used for some crowd control. And if you can directly hit with one of the grenades that it spawns, super damage. But yeah, let me show off the Devoted, because it gets faster in fire rate the longer that you hold the trigger. So it's a Malawan chain gun. The only time I've ever actually had it be potent is endless clip builds. But again, you can use it any way you want, anyhow you want. You're resistant to cryo. I forgot about that. But at this point, one of your best bets is to use the recursion. And again, easily farmed off a Trant. Can come in any combination of flavors. But as these guys spawn in, they stay pretty close together.
let's do this, baby.
I was in massive debt.
And if you can keep it rolling, you can keep the fire rate up. Alright, now cutscene. And tragedy has struck. So I don't suggest the recursion when it comes to the final boss. Don't get me wrong, there are ads that will spawn, but
we're running out of last chances. Lilith, I may have a shortcut to where Tyrene went. This machine.
so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off here just so it's not much longer. Yeah, I really hope that you found this informational and entertaining, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.